Biomed, Nexus. Daily updates, your essential biotech, medtech, and pharma recap. No noise, just what matters. Executive takeaway, the FDA's single trial doctrine shifted from proposal to practice last week, while Friday delivered 2 approvals, Vanda's Bysanti, CStone's UK sugemalimab extension, and a pivotal 63 meters raise that signals investor appetite for controlled release platforms. Over the weekend, Mayne Pharma's H1 results crystallized the 2026 playbook, margin expansion over revenue growth. Read full analysis. What to watch? The one trial era is here. Last week's FDA leadership endorsement of a single pivotal trial default, NEJM Feb 18 to 19, isn't theoretical anymore. Watch for mid-cap biotechs to aggressively compress Phase 2-3 timelines. This effectively halves the capital hurdle for chronic disease market entry. The 40% Phase 3 cost reduction reshapes the entire risk calculus for underfunded programs. Psychedelics at the FDA's door, Compass Pathways, hit its second Phase 3 primary endpoint, COMP06, Feb 17, making COMP360 the first classic psychedelic to go 3 for 3 in late-stage trials. The company has requested a rolling NDA submission with a Q4 2026 target. The sector is watching for REMS requirements. This will determine if psilocybin becomes a clinic-restricted niche or a scalable pharmacy asset, competing with J&J's 1.7B Spravato franchise. UK-China Oncology. Axis CStone's second MHRA approval, Stage 3 NSCLC. This weekend confirms the UK as the primary European entry point for China-originated checkpoint inhibitors. Watch for rapid NHS rollout as a low-cost alternative to AstraZeneca and Roche. Ascendis PDUFA looming FDA decision expected by month-end on TransCon CNP for achondroplasia, the first potential competitor to BioMarin's Voxzogo. Once weekly versus daily dosing could fundamentally reshape the dwarfism treatment landscape. Top stories. FDA approves Vanda's Bysanti for bipolar, I and schizophrenia. What happened? The FDA approved Bysanti, milsaperidone, a new chemical entity, atypical antipsychotic for acute treatment of manic-talk mixed episodes in bipolar I disorder and schizophrenia in adults on Friday. Why it matters. This is Vanda's second new drug approval in under 2 months, following Nereus in December. Bysanti rapidly interconverts to iloperidone, leveraging 100,000-plus patient years of real-world safety data while securing NCE status with patent protection through 2044. Commercial availability is expected in Q3 2026. Executive impact. Small pharma can still execute. Vanda's back-to-back approvals demonstrate regulatory velocity is achievable even amid the FDA uncertainty narrative. A Phase 3 study for adjunctive treatment in treatment-resistant MDD is ongoing, potentially expanding the asset's addressable market significantly by late 2026. CStone secures UK MHRA approval for sugemalimab in Stage 3 NSCLC. What happened? The UK's MHRA granted a new indication for sugemalimab as monotherapy for unresectable Stage 3 non-small cell lung cancer after chemoradiotherapy over the weekend. Why it matters. Based on the Gemstone 301 trial, sugemalimab is now one of only 2 PD-L1 antibodies globally approved for this specific unmet need. This marks CStone's second UK indication, with commercial partnerships extending to 60-plus countries. Executive impact. This sets a precedent for biosimilar-level pricing in premium oncology indications. Western incumbents, AstraZeneca, Roche, now face immediate price-performance pressure in the UK market, a dynamic likely to spread across NHS-adjacent systems. Oncology and rare disease. Fluoguide, FG01 IND cleared. Progress. The FDA cleared the IND for FG01, a precision surgical ligand that lights up cancer cells during high-grade glioma surgery. Catalyst, US Phase 2 registration trial initiation is on track for Q2 2026. The target, a one-and-done imaging agent to ensure complete tumor resection. Partner therapeutics, zenocutuzumab. Data, presented new data showing that treatment beyond progression in NRG1 plus NSCLC extended median total drug exposure from 7 months to nearly 10 months. 81% of patients experienced oligoprogression rather than diffuse spread. Signal. This challenges the traditional stop-on progression oncology rule, suggesting bispecific HER2/HER3 blockade provides durable benefit even after local escape. Clinical and research updates, Compass Pathways, COMP360 data. The second phase, 3 trial COMP06 hit its primary endpoint with a 3.8-point MADRS difference versus control. 39% of participants in the 25 mg arm achieved clinically meaningful reduction at week 6, with statistically significant rapid onset from the day following administration. Timeline. Compass has requested a rolling NDA submission meeting with FDA, filing expected Q4 2026. FDA QMSR now in effect policy. As of February 2, 2026, the FDA has fully operationalized the Quality Management System Regulation, QMSR, aligning U.S. device law with ISO 13485/2016. Impact. Manufacturers must now grant FDA inspectors access to internal audits, management reviews, and supplier audit records, previously exempt categories. Corporate developments, Mayne Pharma, H1 FY26 results, financials. The Australian specialty pharma reported a margin-first turnaround. Revenue held flat at a 212.1 in Medsid, but gross margins surged 390 basis points to 65.3%. Strategy. The company is deliberately sacrificing high-volume women's health products to double down on specialized dermatology. Segment contribution jumped 35%. Takeaway. This is the 2026 investor playbook in action. Markets are punishing flat revenue less than they're rewarding margin expansion and capital efficiency. Eupraxia Pharmaceuticals, 63.2 meters raise. Funding. Successfully closed a 63.2 meters public offering to fund its DiffuSphere platform targeting local, controlled-release drug delivery. Signal. The raise signals continued institutional appetite for differentiated delivery technology plays. Red. Full analysis, Biomed Nexus Pro. Institutional intelligence briefing. Today's Pro Brief, the one trial. Alpha, why Phase 2? Assets are suddenly being valued as NDA ready. Compass, CMPS. Risk. Framing. We model the rolling NDA acceptance versus the threat of an extended durability data request. Psychedelics. Infrastructure. How Compass's 7 strategic collaborations set up the ultimate picks and shovels trade. Upgrade to Pro today. Read. Full article. Selective 2026 sponsorship placements are available. Reply directly to discuss a partnership or submit an inquiry here.